So I grew up with a entrepreneur dad family that, had a business owner as the main financial provider, and, kind of watched, or was a bystander, I guess, or affected by just the arc of that experience, which includes lots of ups and downs, frankly. And one story I always remember is, because he said it all the time, is that, he'd go to bed every Sunday night anxious that he'd wake up Monday morning and it would all be gone. And I think in his framing, what he would say is that's what kept me hungry, is this idea that, like, I'm going to work that much harder to prevent that, horrible outcome from happening. As I, became an entrepreneur myself at some point and a business owner, I can relate to it. Also not how I wanted to live my life. And I didn't want to go, I don't want to go to bed on a Sunday night worried that it's all going to be gone. But I think every human who interacts with money, which is most of us, has some sort of secret shame or some sort of, anxiety that keeps us up at night. And I've had my fair share of those as well, especially I remember when I just started my business and my daughter was born, and we had daycare bills and healthcare bills and mortgage to pay and food to put on the table. And there quite literally was not enough. There was not enough. And I think we lived in a world of plenty and we got through that. But it was extremely challenging and extremely rife with anxiety. That said, as I kind of navigated the things that caused me anxiety, what I noticed is that when I was in a negative loop in my head, what got me out of that negative loop wasn't just like more work. What got me out of that negative loop was actually creative time. And so when I'm in my head or feeling anxious or overly stressed or something like that, the best release for me is writing, playing my guitar, a walk in nature. And the outcome of that is I go from picking at myself and kind of like destroying things that I'm doing, right? I'm tearing them apart or criticizing myself. And I go to a creative, constructive place.